Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So, in the previous episode we wrapped up one of our main storylines, the Atlantis story. So today we will hopefully finish our one remaining main quest, which is the Cultist Quest, of course. And for that purpose I have returned to Delphi, and yeah, I suppose we're going to enter the cultist lair and hopefully we can confront Aspasia about, well, her position as the ghost of Kosmos. Alright, apparently today we are not going to disguise as a cultist. Ooh. What the hell? I mean, this doesn't sound quite real. I don't think she's actually down here. To be honest, I wouldn't have recognized her if it wasn't for the subtitles. But yeah, approach the pyramid. Let's do it. So, what are we going to do with it?
Cassandra, it was never supposed to be like this.
Oh, really?
Decades ago, a group of people gathered together to uphold a theory which they believed could control the universe. That the world functioned in equal parts, order and disorder. But some fell lovingly into the wicked arms of chaos, and the cult of Cosmos was born. They abused their power, casting the Greek world into eternal war, one you were created to stop. In destroying the cult, you have done what I could not. You are a hero, but this imbalance comes with a price, my child.
Okay.
For without chaos, there is supreme order, a loss of progression and freedom. But there is still hope. Hope in you. Hope in the future you will bring. We must fix the mistakes of the past. Use the staff. Repair the rift in the universe.
I think I've done that already.
The world depends on you, Cassandra. You need to be the hero again.
Yeah, no pressure. But I guess that's like the spoiler, the Atlantis part.
So, you've seen it too then. It's beautiful, isn't it?
What exactly?
What are you doing here? You killed the last member of the cult. Well, just about. What? It's true. I was their leader, but only for a moment it seemed. When your brother came along, it changed everything we were aiming for.
Well, come on, Cassandra. You knew it was her. We already unveiled her. We collected all the evidence and put one and one together. But okay, I guess she's trying to tell me that she's not actually responsible for any of this. She only had good intentions, and one of her subordinates ruined everything. Do we believe that? I don't think I believe that. First of all, it sounds like a pretty lazy excuse. Also, let's not forget that the cult has already been operating all the way back during Leonidas' time. That was before she was even born, I presume. So when she joined the cult, it already was a pretty destructive cult from what I can tell, so I'm not buying this whole, oh, I only wanted to do good and then things just got out of my control. So yeah, why do you agree with the cult?
You agreed with them?
The fucking cult?
The powers that be in the Greek world weren't doing things the right way. The cult just wanted a clean slate.
Okay.
By way of corruption. Dirty drachmi. They killed people in a war they made themselves.
Fueling war was one of the methods, yes. But it was controlled. Until suddenly it wasn't. And then I didn't like what we were doing anymore.
Oh, okay, yeah. Apparently she's doubling down on that. She's doubling down on the whole, this is not what I intended, and then things just went wrong at some point. As if, the cult wasn't doing the same kind of stuff decades ago already, so... Stop bullshitting me, lady. Isn't Damus on your side? Well, not anymore he isn't. But I guess what she's trying to argue here is that Damus had his own goals and she had different ones. And she, for some reason, even though being like the central figure of the cult, didn't have the power to actually stop him. Is that what you're saying?
I thought Deimos was on your side.
Not in the way we hoped. As you know, he's impossible to control. He worked his way to the helm, and then he held even more sway than I did.
Again, it sounds like an excuse. I'm not sure if I want to believe that. Yeah, I mean, you joined the cult at some point, and I don't buy this excuse. Well, at that point the cult was all good and was just trying to do good things and achieve peace and whatnot, because clearly they weren't. So, yeah, I'm not buying it.
Malaga, so you were after us?
Not you, your bloodline. People like Leonidas, like you, have always posed a threat. Then we met and you surprised me. You were nothing like Deimos.
Why not just use me? I was in the palm of your hand.
You made me optimistic that you could help me bring down the cult that had become so corrupt. And you did, albeit unknowingly.
Okay, now you're trying to flatter me. You're good, lady. You're trying to manipulate me. I see what you're doing here. You're just like them. This was a risky move. It's a flirt option. I can flirt with her. Well, that would be a risky move, I say. You meant no harm. Again, I'm not buying her excuses. She couldn't have been that naive when she joined the cult and, she thought this was just going to make the world better somehow. So I'm inclined to believe that she knew what she was doing, and in the end she's just like them. And I mean, we've seen all the letters she wrote to the sages. She was sending people around to conquer cities and so on. So it's not that she was some powerless victim that got sidelined by Deimos somehow. She was clearly pulling strings here. So yeah, you're just spinning a story here.
You're all the same. Selfish and fucking destructive.
It was different in the beginning. It wasn't about destruction. It was about redirection.
I just don't understand. What about this pyramid? How does it work? Why does the cult have it?
I've been trying to figure out all of that myself. It's as much of a mystery to you as it is to me. This pyramid has been worshipped by the cult for decades, and we have used it to replace the Oracle of Delphi, the most trusted person in all the Greek world. Using the people's reliance on a pantheon of dead gods would help to reshape humanity in our favor. The pyramid holds a mysterious power to see into time, but only certain people can activate it. People like Deimos, and the ones in your bloodline.
But you've seen something too.
I don't know how or why, but it did show me something.
What did you see?
I saw you. In the vision, you destroyed the pyramid and you destroyed the cult. I saw what would come after.
After the cult?
We will be replaced by a new kind of order. Control under the reign of a philosopher king. There would be a movement away from the old gods towards rational society, built in a kingdom by the people, for the people. And I must find someone to lead them. But I couldn't achieve any of this with the cult and their chaotic regime. So I let them carry out their plans and let the time of the cult of Kosmos come to an end on its own.
Wait. Did Pericles know?
I wanted to protect him, so I kept him in the dark. He would have had his own opinions, but he was never supposed to die. That is the truth.
And that is a blatant lie. I mean, first of all, she's kind of using the whole, oh, I planned this all along. You know, I didn't agree with the cult, so I let you kill them to get rid of them, because they weren't doing what I was trying to do. So it kind of sounds like, well, our plan failed, so now I'm going to pretend it was never my plan in the first place. But more to the point, she said that she didn't want Pericles to die. But again, the letters we found clearly contradict that. I mean, she was like gifting Pericles to Cleon. I think that's the word that she used in the letter. She was saying, okay, you can have Pericles and Athens, and then you will work for me. So, yeah, she's just lying right to my face, and I know it's wrong because I've read all, the letters she sent. Better to keep him ignorant. You betrayed his trust. I would say so.
He trusted you, and in the end you didn't protect him. Maybe he would be alive if you'd stopped them.
Gods know I would have if I could. When Demos killed him, I knew the original cause was lost. I had to retreat.
So, what happens now?
We shift focus. We steer towards a new republic under one supreme rule. A dream I'll make a reality.
Oh,
But
okay,
it is still a dream.
Okay.
One that isn't realistic.
Abandon what you know and just imagine. Forget democracy. No more blue and red. Just citizens working for a greater good.
This is crazy. It won't work, Aspasia. It didn't work.
It's not crazy. It's enlightened. Once people in Athens get wind of this, they'll come to know they've wanted it all along. Even you.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
You've spent your whole life thinking for yourself. Let go. What I plan will require you to trust me. Come with me. This future's not a dream.
Well, first of all, you don't have a plan. What you have is word salad. A bunch of nice-sounding phrases put together about a new republic and the greater good and so on, but nothing concrete, nothing how this is supposed to function and what will be necessary to bring it all about. So I'm supposed to trust you on, your weird promises after you admitted that your first attempt to reshape the world failed because you couldn't control your subordinates, and now you want to try again and want me to help you. Yeah, not really. Anyway, I'm here to kill you. We need to destroy the artifact. Both of it, actually. I mean, I guess destroying the artifact might be slightly more important. And they don't have to be mutually exclusive, right? I mean, I can kill her and then destroy the artifact. So if I pick this option, does this mean that she's just going to keep on doing whatever she's doing? I don't know. I wish I had a clearer picture of what exactly each of these options entails. But if I assume that picking this option means that I do not kill her, then I think I'm actually in favor of killing her now. I mean, I am kinda intrigued that there may be an option where we do not kill her. And where she can just, walk away and continue whatever she's doing. That is a very fascinating option, such as it is, because typically an Assassin's Creed game ends with the assassin killing the, head of the snake, the boss of the Templar branch or whatever. And I say typically because there's obviously a famous example of the opposite, and that's Assassin's Creed 2, where Ezio did not kill Rodrigo Borgia at the end, at least not initially. He died later, but by the hand of his own family, if I remember correctly. But Ezio did try to kill him again. He went after him again later. But at the end of Assassin's Creed 2, he had the chance to kill him and he just let him go. And you may remember in my verdict of that game, I said that it seemed a little bit sudden, his change of mind, and it felt a little bit anticlimactic. Now, in hindsight, I would say that while maybe anticlimactic and a strategic mistake, because obviously Rodrigo Borgia was up to, his old tricks and evil business again in Brotherhood. That moment actually was a pretty good character moment for Ezio, like character development, because that was kind of the turning point where he actually started to be a real assassin, in a sense that he wasn't primarily working for his revenge. I mean, revenge was a factor in Brotherhood, but it wasn't like the main motivator for Ezio anymore, but instead he was fighting the Templars because they were evil and oppressive tyrants, and he wanted to help the people of Rome. So, looking back at it, it was a good moment of character development for Ezio, because he finally let go of his revenge, at least to some degree. However, this doesn't really apply to Cassandra, because revenge was never her primary motivation. It was part of it, but not like the main reason why she was doing what she was doing. Instead, her motivation was bringing her family back together again. And she did accomplish that. So you could argue that at this point she doesn't really care anymore. But then again, she has been killing cultists even after that. And she has been killing so many cultists that it seems weird to suddenly say, oh yeah, I've killed all your subordinates, but I'm going to let you go because I believe that you were just misguided and you actually wanted to help people and it just, went wrong and you were powerless to stop it. I don't know. It doesn't feel in character. Now, to be fair, there were two cultists that Cassandra did not kill. One of them is obviously Damus, and the other one is a guy whose name I forgot, who was blackmailed because they abducted his family. And the main reason why she didn't kill these two, I mean, in case of Damus, she's obviously biased, so we gotta be honest here. But also because they were actually not willing members of the cult. Damus was abducted as a child and brainwashed into it, and the other guy was being blackmailed. So they didn't really choose to join the cult. But as far as I can tell, Aspasia chose to become a member, and I don't buy this whole, well, at the beginning the cult was all nice and just wanted the best for the world, because we've seen the flashbacks with Leonidas and so on, and even back then they seemed rather shady and corruptive, so I'm not believing that. So, yeah, I don't know. What do I do here? Honestly, I'm still in favor of killing her, because, like I said, why should Cassandra spare her after killing all the low-level cultists? She didn't show any consideration for their motives and that they may have good intentions or whatever. So, I don't know. I think I'm just going with the kill option here, for consistency's sake. But like I said, I kind of think it's fascinating that I have probably the option not to kill her. I mean, I'm not sure if picking this option means that I will spare her indefinitely, or if I can still hunt her down later or whatever. But just in case I can't, I think I should take my chances here. As I've said repeatedly, if you want to kill your enemy, do not hesitate, do not have any monologues, and don't wait too long, because that's a mistake they always make. So I think I'm going with a kill option here. A very traditional end to Assassin's Creed. We're going to kill the leader of the evil organization. So yeah, let's do it.
I can't let you do this. You've caused so much damage. You destroyed the Greek world.
You've proven you have no understanding of what we're doing. I misjudged you.
Probably, yes.
So did I.
Okay, let's see if you can survive a hero strike. No, you can't.
Cassandra, there is much left to do now. Cassandra!
Okay, so we still destroy the artifact.
I can weather any storm.
The cult unmasked. I mean, Aspasia's death ended up being kinda anticlimactic as well. No little monologue before she died or anything. But okay, we did it. A fresh start. But not one where Aspasia is going to be the leader. I mean, of course, you could argue that with the cult destroyed, she didn't really have much power anyway, so letting her go probably wouldn't have been a problem. But, like I said, I don't see why Cassandra should spare her of all people. Since she was clearly commanding people and she was clearly telling people what to do, right? I mean, we have all these letters. And where's the one where she's talking about Pericles? This one. When the day comes, you shall be victor. I have gifted you Pericles, I have given you Athens. Yeah, she admits that she basically sacrificed Pericles to Cleon, because presumably Cleon was of more use to her at that point. And yeah, then she tells them to conquer Mytilene. If you can convince the people of your city to massacre the Mytileneans, Kosmos will grant you infinite power. I mean, come on, this is like typical villain talk. So I'm not buying her story that she just had good intentions and it was Deimos who was doing all the evil stuff. Anyway, looks like we finished the final storyline. Do we have like a follow-up to that? No, we do not. So that's it for the main story, except this one. But like I said, I'm going to keep this one for last, like the final quest I do in this game. So we have time left in this episode, and I guess we gotta decide what to do. I could start with one of the DLC. However, what if we actually try to do one of these blue quests? I have left them for like late in the game. Specifically, there was like a quest that Herodotus had for us, I believe, and I think he's still back at the Adrestia, which should be near Atlantis. Yeah, how about we check out this one? I also have no idea how long these blue quests are. But I guess we will find out.
The commander's left the helm!
So, can I talk to you? You look like you want something.
What's wrong?
My parents.
Herodotus, I'm so sorry.
I thought I'd be able to see them again. To show them my life's work. But now, I'm sorry to ask this of you. But could you take me to Samos? I need to pay my respects.
I'm sure that can be arranged. I don't have anything else to do, so let's do it.
Of course, my friend.
Thank you. I'm not sure I could make this trip alone.
Right, Samos, you say? Letters from home. Okay. And I suppose I'm just going to fast travel there. Okay. Got a fast travel spot right over here. Okay, here we are. Let's just shortcut down here. The leader of this place is called Menelaos the Brain. Some of these names are funny. Okay, apparently I have to call the address here. Which makes sense, because Herodotus doesn't fast travel with me. There we go.
This is it.
How does it feel being back?
It feels like... words escape me.
That's a
That's a
new one.
To my eyes, it's home. The smells and sounds are familiar, but it's been so long. I don't know if I can do this.
Well, I can help you. But I'm sure you can.
You've done more difficult things.
Challenges we overcome always seem easier when they're behind us. What would you do?
Hold my head high, walk with purpose, and push those feelings of doubt aside.
You're
Good
right.
advice.
I suppose we should head to my family home first.
Lead the way.
I may or may not have seen that while I was exploring the island, but I didn't fully investigate it. Follow Herodotus to his home. Okay.
Living near the docks was so exciting as a child.
How so?
There was always a new ship to see, new people to watch, from the sailors, often a new word to learn. Most of which got me in trouble.
I'm sure your mother remembered those days fondly.
I know I do. So many faces I don't recognize.
You've been gone a long time.
Even so, I was hoping there'd be someone I know. Someone who'd remind me of my life before I left.
We've only just arrived. It'll be okay.
Alright. This is it.
Here we are. This is what I called home for most of my childhood.
Most?
I came to Samos at a young age, but I was born in Aligarnassos. Those are days I'd rather not remember. It doesn't look like it's changed much in my absence.
Look around the house for memorabilia. I mean, I see some money, but I don't want to steal your stuff.
This pottery looks special.
My father always felt art was a great outlet when things seemed overwhelming.
Alright. What about this place?
One of your toys?
It was my brother's. I often hid it when he wouldn't let me play with it.
What exactly is it, though? Is it like... It looks like some kind of horse on wheels. Okay. What about all this wine?
A tablet. Looks like some old writing. The ships never stay for long. Samos is a place people come for a visit, but not to live. Is there something about this place I don't yet see?
One of my first writings. I was always restless here. Always wanting to learn more about the world beyond and the world that was.
Well, clearly you have achieved your goal.
Herodotus!
Oh,
Mistor!
Praise the gods! It's been far too long.
It has indeed. You're looking well. As are you, Theodorus.
I can't believe you've come skulking back. After all this time, I should go. I'm glad you're back. You have some nerve, little brother. You stroll back into this house when you didn't even return for the funeral.
I regret ever sending you that letter.
That's enough. Calm down. Yeah, calm down. I mean, he's here now. And he had a lot of stuff on his plate, like, you know, finding Atlantis and so on.
Why doesn't everyone just take a deep breath?
How could you say I didn't come back when I'm here, right now? We came as soon as the letter arrived.
You must have
Almost,
swum
yes.
here then. It's been 5 moons since I sent that. And who are you exactly? How does any of this involve you?
I'm a friend.
She's a friend.
Oh,
Right.
how nice. You went off to write and explore while making friends. And you left me here to take care
What's so
of
bad
everything.
about that?
I couldn't stay here. I needed to leave.
You could have taken me with you. I have things to attend to. One of us still cares about Samos.
At
Oh,
least
dear.
tell me where they died.
We marked a spot on the nearby cliffs. Pay your respects, and then leave. There's nothing for you here now.
I sense a lot of bad blood. So how did they die? I mean, they died both at the same time? That's odd. May not have been natural. Yeah, I hope he will come around.
Give him some time. I'm sure he's just surprised to see you.
His eyes showed hatred.
He probably missed you. You'll see.
It's a bit late for that.
I know this wasn't the welcome you were expecting.
But perhaps it was the one I deserved. For now, I only want to see where they died. I owe that to them.
I'll come with you.
I'd like that.
Yeah, let's do that.
If you're ready, we should go.
Waiting to face reality will do me no good.
But it's necessary. Okay. Do we have like a follow-up quest to that? Regrets. There we go. Escort Herodotus to his parents' grave. So, did you just bury them right where they died?
I used to know this island as well as my own home.
Seems like a nice place to grow up.
Oh.
It was. I spent a
You
lot
want
of
me
time
to go on my horse, maybe? Wait for me! I had to fetch my horse
But
first.
it wasn't a life for you.
There's only so many ships you can see sail away as a boy, before you feel the pull to leave as well.
I'm going to ignore that. If I can. Ugh. Are you okay? Will you be able to make it through there? Come on! He's not part of your fight. Just let him go. Okay, I think now we can continue, hopefully. I'm going to pick up the loot though. Okay, here we go.
That must be the spot Theodorus was talking about. My parents used to love walking here.
Okay. So, I guess they did bury them where they died? I'm so sorry.
I can't believe this is where my parents last stood. Where fate decided to take them from us. I thought I'd write about their history on Samos and all they did one day. But not this soon. I should have been here. Should never have left.
Well, that probably wouldn't have changed anything.
There is nothing you could have done.
But if I had tried, maybe...
Maybe you would have died alongside them. And that would have helped nobody.
Perhaps you're right.
I want you to remember that while we're on Samos.
I'll try. I just wish I could have seen them once more.
So yeah, I guess I'm going to ask you a few questions about your parents. I mean, I still feel that we should maybe find out why they died exactly. I mean, clearly, if they died both at the same time, and Herodotus thinks he may have been able to prevent it, that it wasn't just old age. But yeah, tell me about your parents.
Do you have a favorite memory of them?
I remember when my father taught me to swim. He tossed me off the side of the dock. I thought I was going to drown, but then I saw what I thought was a shark.
Great.
I flailed my arms and kicked my legs until I made it to shore, only to see it was Theodorus, with a bit of rock above his head. I still remember the sound of my father's laugh and the warmth of my mother's embrace.
Well, that's a pretty drastic way to teach someone to swim, but apparently it worked. So, how did they like it on Samos?
Did your parents like it on Samos?
It was more than just a home to them. I saw how happy this place made them, and only wanted to feel the same somewhere as well.
Alright, fair enough. And did they agree with your profession?
What did your parents think of your writing?
They always encouraged it. It helped that Theodorus was talented as well, although he always felt more drawn to poetry.
Really?
If it weren't for their support, there's a good chance I would have never pursued it.
He didn't seem like a poet, but okay. And tell me what's on your mind. So what do you want to do now?
If there's anything you'd like to say about your parents, you should.
I always feel more comfortable writing than I do speaking.
I'm not going to judge. And I know they wouldn't either.
They meant everything to me. They always encouraged me. I knew they'd be happy for me no matter what.
I mean, this ties in nicely to the whole family theme of
I didn't come back
the story.
sooner. There was so much I wanted to tell you, to show you. Mother, you were one of the strongest people I knew. You pushed for truth, no matter the obstacle. Father, your compassion is something I won't soon forget. You taught me it was okay to feel, for myself and for others. Your names and deeds won't be forgotten. We should head back.
Alright, let's do it. Uh-oh. Something is going to happen. Yep. I think we may have found the reason for his parents' death.
Watch out!
Okay. We got a bunch of, not even sure what they are exactly. They seem to be cultists, but not like the Kosmos cultists, but the other cultists, the Aries cultists. Alright. Let's finish them off. There's quite a few of them too. Use a hero strike on that one. And this one's almost dead. Okay, 2 more to go. Wait. Use a nice overpower on one of them, and this should be the last. Alright, let's make this quick.
Followers of Aries.
Yep.
Why do I have a feeling they don't belong here?
I've never heard of them being on Samos. Something is going on. Maybe Theodorus will know.
Stay close.
Followers of Aries here. I don't understand.
The question is whether they came on their own, or someone sent them.
Neither outcome is favorable for us, nor Samos. I wonder what my parents would do.
Exactly what we're going to do. Protect Samos.
So you think someone sent them to kill us?
I can't wait much longer, do you understand? Of course.
Do you have anything to say about this?
Ah, you're back. I hoped you'd set sail already.
Now isn't the time. We were just attacked.
Gods cursed these warring Greeks. Was it the Athenians or the Spartans this time?
Neither.
It was a group called the Followers of Aries.
Whoever it was, thank the gods you're okay.
Okay, maybe we can ask a few questions here. What do you know of the Followers of Aries? Yeah, tell me about this.
Have either of you heard of the Followers of Aries?
Only in name.
Who are they?
They only care for one thing. War.
And you believe they're here on Samos?
They're the ones who attacked us.
And yeah, have you seen anything of that kind in Samos recently?
Have you noticed anything suspicious lately? Strange ships, docking, groups of people you haven't seen before?
No, things have been normal. It's been a welcome change.
Okay, well, but we have to figure this out.
Something is happening here on Samos. We need answers.
She's right. If the Followers of Aries are here, there's a reason for it.
Then it's another reason for you to go. We'll handle whatever is happening here.
This is my home too. I'm not leaving until I get to the bottom of this.
If it's not safe, you shouldn't stay.
He's plenty safe with me.
Of course.
Come, mister. If this fool won't heed our warnings, it's not our concern.
Well, you're not being helpful at all.
They weren't much help.
Yep.
Something doesn't add up. How could Theodoros and Mister both know nothing?
Well, maybe one of them or both of them have something to do with it. I think your brothers know something. Yeah, maybe they do.
I think they were keeping something from us.
But why?
That's what we need to find out. What's next?
If they're somewhere on this island, they'd stay away from the city. There was a cave I used to play in as a child. It may be worth looking into.
Let's start there.
Good idea. So, I guess there's going to be a follow-up quest to this. Followers of Truth. Okay, let's find that cave. Samos Island, Devotee Sanctuary. The hideout is in the Akosmatikoi cave. So, over here. And apparently I have not been there yet. Okay, let's change that. Alright, I think we're getting close to the cave. Let's send out Icaros. Yep, there it is. Can we see? Yes, we can see some enemies inside. Alright. Let's check this out. The entrance is over here, apparently.
I'll follow you in after you've finished.
Killing everyone inside.
Yes, that.
Yeah, that's probably for the better. Let me take care of this. And then you can follow. Okay, we have a bunch of them standing a little bit further away. Praying, presumably. So I might be able to finish off this guy first. There we go. Now let's see. Oh, hang on a second. One of them is coming this way. That is perfect. I'll be here waiting for you. Critical attack it is. Okay, now I have to deal with these two. Oh, well. It looks like next person is coming over here. How helpful of you. Critical assassination. And you're finished. And there's number 3. I appreciate the fact that you're being so cooperative here. Give my critical assassination some time to heal up. Oh, well, you take a little detour here. Still isn't going to save you. There we go.
So this is where they've been hiding.
You were right to suggest we look here. But they've been dealt with.
We still need to find out what they were doing here in the first place. Let's look around.
All right, let's do this. I see a bunch of clues.
These coins aren't like any I've seen before.
I have. They're Persian.
Oh. So the Persians might be paying the Ares cultists.
Athenian and Spartan uniforms.
They could have the people of Samos believe they were attacking from either side.
Okay. So we have seen Spartans and Athenians fighting each other in the streets, so maybe the followers here are doing this to cause trouble and make the island ripe for Persian invasion, huh?
I didn't take them for the heirloom type.
How did they? That's our family's sigil.
Ooh.
They must have stolen it.
There's no way they could have found that on their own. It was given to them.
Yeah, I feel your family might be involved in this. The question is, which brother?
I didn't take the followers of Aries to be lovers of poetry.
They're not. This work, it's awfully close to the style Theodorus uses. Why would his writings be here?
Well, I guess he could be involved with them. But it's not really conclusive. I need to find another clue. Okay, there's one over here.
There's a list of names here.
I recognize these names. They're all quite influential on Samos. But Missos is missing.
Okay. So what does it mean? What kind of list is this? I mean, it could be a name of members of this conspiracy, in which case, you know, if Mestor is missing, that's good. But it could also be like, I don't know, a name of list of people that the cult is supposed to kill before a potential Persian invasion. And in that case, it wouldn't looking good for Mestor, because obviously he wouldn't put his own name on the list, right? Again, not really conclusive either way.
I'm afraid to even say what I think is going on here.
Well, I would like to hear your thoughts, specifically about which brother you would implicate here, or maybe both. I still think it might be both.
This island and these people are yours. Tell me what you're thinking.
Persia wants to take control of Samos.
Yeah.
It'd be a good staging ground for something greater.
You're right.
I only wish
figured as
that was
much.
all there is to worry about.
What is it?
If Persia is involved, they couldn't have done this alone. They would have needed someone here to help them.
Someone with ties to the Empire.
And influence on Samos. Yes, other than myself, there are only 2 others who could be responsible for what's going to happen and for what already has.
Herodotus.
With everything we found, everything you've seen and heard, please, just tell me which of them it is.
I still think it could be both of them. But apparently I have to make a choice here. As I said, I don't think the evidence we found here is conclusive either way. Even if it is Theodorus' poetry that is on the altar, it doesn't mean that he put it here. Someone might just like his poetry, or, you know, it just happened to be someone else's that seems similar. And the list, again, I'm not sure what the list is supposed to be. I feel it would make more sense to be like a list of people that's supposed to be killed, and not a list of friends and members of the cult. I think they're not going to be so stupid to just, you know, have a list like that. So, I don't know. I don't think I have good evidence to actually accuse either of them. But since I have to make a choice, I'm going with Mestor. Because Theodorus seems to be too obvious. It's a red herring, right? Of course, I used the same kind of argument with Aspasia, and I was wrong on that account. But I'm going with Mestor. I don't know. I can't really prove any of this, though.
It's Mestor. He brought the followers of Aries here to help Persia.
I was afraid you'd say that. But I know you must be right.
Well, I don't know that I'm right.
What do you want to do now?
I need to talk to Theodorus. I don't
Why
understand
him?
why he'd do this.
Rahmi can be a powerful motivator, as can the promise of power.
But he already had both of those.
I know you want to understand it all, but we don't always get the answers we seek.
So do you suspect Theodorus or Mestor if you want to Theodorus? Or do you want to talk to him about my suspicion? I don't know. Anyway, this quest is actually a lot longer than I expected, so I'm going to make a cut here, and we will continue this in the next episode. And I don't know, maybe have a look at another one of these blue quests. I have to think about that. But for now, let's call it a day. As always, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.